I tased myself by accident once, and I got tased twice by a friend of mine, a cop. I was like, bro, you won't tase me. He's like, yeah, I will. It's like, no, you won't. Tase twice in one night.
Welcome to Money Market at Bank of Tampa podcast. We highlight the businesses, expert business advice, the local economy, and points of interest in the Tampa Bay market. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Make sure you follow and subscribe and share this episode with a friend or colleague. I am your host, Owen LaFave, the Pinellas County Market President for the Bank of Tampa, Tampa Bay's oldest and largest community bank. Imagine having a job that you never had to grow up. Today's guest, Kevin Rego, is the founder of K75 Stunt Academy based in Clearwater. Yes, there is a place in Tampa Bay where you can learn to crash through windows, jump out of buildings, punch, kick, dive, fall downstairs, just like what you've seen on TV and in the movies every day. Kevin has performed stunts professionally for more than 50 countries, dating back to 1998, and is now located here in the Tampa Bay area. Kevin, welcome to Money Market.
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for having me here.
So what do you do? What's a stunt man? What do you do?
Like a guy or a girl, because I have a lot of friends who are women who do stunts. So I'm all about that, especially since I have a daughter and I'm all about that.
So is it a stunt person?
No, dude, the stunties, stunt performer, stunt man, stunt girl, stunt woman. No, I think it's, whatever you're comfortable with saying. I just brought up saying stunt guy. Yeah. So when I mean stunt guy, that means guy or girl.
All of it.
Yeah, all of it.
It's inclusive, yeah.
So I'm a stunt guy. So to say it plain, get paid to do the fall in the film safely. So that's pretty much watered down, to get paid to take the fall.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
So what is the difference between a stunt academy and a stunt group? Because I feel like there's stunt groups that are maybe like less formalized.
Stunt academy or stunt group?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like my gym?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the stunt group is my team's K2 Second Unit Stunts. So what happens with a stunt group or stunt production company, probably the best term, is for me, as I try to make this a little bit more legal. So you're a production, you're a director, producer, you'll reach out to me like, hey, Kev, hey, man, I got this film, can you... I will get to some stunts going on, and now the difference between me, like I like to say, is the group, and like some of the others is I'm also a safety guy. So I got my certifications in safety, OSHA 30, HAZWOPER, AED, BLS. I have all that stuff. So what I'll say is like, hey man, like I'll help you with all your stunts. Not only that, I'll make sure you have your insurance in place. I'll make sure all the safeties, all the checks and balances are out there. I'll make sure there's first aid on set. I will take over all of that. Because that's what I do, and that's what I want K2 Second Unit Stunts to be, an all-encompassing production company of safety stunts. Water, fire, we deal with it all. Whereas a stunt group, where I used to hang out, it was just a group of us just getting together, maybe throwing some punches, doing some falls and such like that.
So kind of informal, just like practicing.
Informal, yeah, just a group of people just getting. We used to do that a lot when I first moved down to Orlando. Now, my Stunt Academy, that's more of like a karate studio.
Okay.
Where you go in and we teach you the basics. I don't promise you the job because I'm not going to say, hey, man, if you train here, I promise you the job. No. What I do is I want to get you to a point where you are comfortable to walk on set with your skills.
Okay.
And I'm not a fan of fake it till you make it, especially in stunts.
You get hurt, right?
You get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to say it. Yeah, you don't want to fake fire burns, cars, horses, water. You can fake a punch, but you can't fake any like the stunts.
Now, your shirt has on the back, nobody can see it, but
dude on fire?
A guy getting kicked in the face by a horse.
On fire? Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Is that one of the things you train, getting kicked by a horse?
Nah, I have, but not. So these shirts are designed by my wife, and it's kind of like a running gag. So if you open up the shirt, you have guy is on fire.
Okay.
I worked on another show where it was a car on fire hitting the guy, and then this one I worked on another show where it was horse on fire hitting the guy. The next show I'm working on is literally going to be sharks on fire eating the guy. So it's a running gag. Yeah.
All right. That's pretty good. So can people come to you that have no experience and say, hey, I want to get in the industry?
Yes.
Like start me at 101.
Yes. Okay. Yes, they can. And I'm very blunt and straightforward, especially in for stunts. You can't sugarcoat and you can't say, hey, everybody can do it. I'm very much against that because that's what you're doing is filling people with false hope. And sometimes false hope can get you.
Some people have, natural talents.
Yeah, some people have natural talents, abilities. Dude, I'm sure I'm never going to be able to dunk. I get it. I'm slower. I'm getting older. I'm never going to be faster than that younger guy. I get it. And I want people to accept that. Dude, you have weaknesses. We all have weaknesses. You have strengths that I don't have. And that's awesome. I want to bring that out. But I want you to be realistic. If you're a 5'2", there's no way you're going to double someone who's 6'3". Yeah.
Right.
If you're if you have I had to say this to a guy, and I said, dude, he kept, he was, for the past couple of years, hey man, I want to train with you, I want to work with you, work with you. Cool, come on out. Hey, it was constantly an excuse why I wasn't coming out, and I had to be honest with it. I was like, bro, either gonna come out or you're not.
Right.
And then you tell me you have a bad back. There's no way I'm gonna train you to do a stair fall if you tell me you have a bad back, or put you in a job because you have that bad back. It's just being realistic. Come out and train, bro. I'll teach you a bunch of stuff and get you to a point where I'm comfortable saying, hey man, you should hire so-and-so on set.
So was that the person didn't want to put in the work and they just want to be hired? Is that
yes,
kind of that?
I think that's probably, put in the work, be seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I guess, what is your favorite type of stunt to work on? I mean, you mentioned a bunch already.
Dude, I like them all. I like them all. I'm not not the crazier I can get, but the more creative I can get. The more technical stuff that I can put in there and work with different groups is probably my favorite stunt. So I can't say, oh, I like fighting stuff. I'm like, it's a cool. Can I put a car in it? Yeah, man, let's do this. Can I put a fire in it? Cool. Can I put water, a car, and this? And that? Yeah, let's do it. Can I add circus to it? Yeah, let's do it because that's my background.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Get up on the trapeze.
All about it. Yeah. All about it, hands down. The more creative I can get with it, the best.
Now, how much creative control, or maybe not control, but influence do you have? Because I would imagine, not by the way, novice in the industry, right?
Yeah,
no experience.
Yeah.
But if someone hires you, they're like, this is the job. This is what we're paying you to do.
Yeah, it's so creative control. It's a partnership. It's a give and take.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have as you'll see as we keep going with this convo, is I kind of have a big personality. And I tend to take things over.
Man, we're in this thing 2 minutes.
Yeah, so I tend to take things over, and that's like a bad habit of mine, because sometimes I have to roll back a bit. My mentors would say that a lot. Kevin, coming on a little strong, you might want to back up a bit, because sometimes the director knows what he wants and doesn't know how to get there, and that's where by habit, I'll come in and I'm like, this is what you want. And they're like, oh, okay, that's what I want. And only because I see all the pieces and they're still stuck on the whatever. So I have to roll that back. But it's that partnership. And that's my weakness. Sometimes I'm not a very good partner, but sometimes I am, because I know what you want without you knowing it.
Interesting. So how did you get into stunt work?
So long story short, I actually went to school to be a scientist.
Okay.
I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I was brought up in
Where'd
the
you
ocean.
go to school at?
It was up north, BC. It was a community college, and that's where I was going to start. I'm from the Cape Cod area.
Yeah.
I surfed, I skateboarded, I did all that backyard stuff. I did everything. We used to do some stupid stuff.
So you were kind of into the extreme stuff to begin with.
Bro, I was at first Extreme Games 1 and 2. I was special guest at Extreme X Games 2. Before it was called X Games, it was called the Extreme Games. So I was there, VIP'd. Yes, I was totally into it. And then I saw a stunt. I came down to Florida and I saw a stunt show. I said, wow, that's what I want to do in life.
Was this at Universal or?
It was at
Orlando
Disney. It was the Indiana Jones stunt show. I got picked out of the audience to participate. And I just watched everybody. I said, wow, this all makes sense. It made sense. I could see, I can see all the different steps and stuff like that. And that just made sense.
Interesting. So, okay. So how do you go? Did you get on the show?
No, dude. Okay. No. So a couple months.
They just like what they saw and you're like,
no,
okay.
dude. I was just a guest, just like this guy. I remember I was wearing a Celtics jersey at the time. So a couple months later I worked a show for Universal Studios, just playing a Wolfman for some Halloween show. And I was bunking on someone's couch I didn't know. And at the time, Florida was Hollywood East, because we had Thunder in Paradise, we had WMEC Masters, we had what else was coming down here? The Glades came later on, but you had a bunch of these shows, WMEC Masters, Mortal Kombat, Sheena. That was the era I moved down in. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna move down. So I came down, packed up all my stuff, came down, and again I went to Disney, worked as a character. I was a character there, and then I just putzed around for a while, just doing these little bits and pieces, training with people. And then I always knew I wanted to do stunts. I was doing stunts for free. I'd get a phone call. Hey, bro, can we throw you out of a second-story window? Yeah, I'll do it to get on this movie. I'd get them where's the pad? Oh, we don't have any. Okay, wow. So you need me to go from there to there. Got it. No problem.
And you were okay with that?
Yeah, I was
man.
totally okay. I just wanted to be on set.
You're built different.
Yeah, I just wanted to be on set. So I went out, and the thing, this was so low budget. It was so low budget. They're like, we forgot to hit record. Or we had to forgot this.
Do it again.
So I did 8 takes onto the ground. And then I got hit by cars. I did a bunch of that crazy stuff, like 1 take stuff. And then I got a call to go overseas with Feld Entertainment, and then I was just gone. Yeah, it was awesome.
And so you go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You come back.
I came back. I was all over the place working like a stage show, but then bouncing back and forth. Because there's more to the story too before I went overseas, but I was bouncing back and forth. This is how I got in circus. Bouncing back and forth, training with different people, like Gaynor Johnson, who was an older stunt woman who took me under her wing, like John Zimmerman, who kind of took me under, which was the first stunt coordinator who was like, shook my hand by name and audition, said, Kevin, hey, glad you're here. And that's a long way. When somebody knows your name and you're like, oh, smack, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It made you feel like someone.
Right.
Especially when you're in like a line of like 400 people. And he, I didn't see him look down. He just came up, hey, Kevin, glad you're here. Awesome. Thanks, bro. I'm still friends with this guy.
Okay.
So, so I was bouncing back and forth from overseas to come back here for some training, car stuff and this and that. And then, I came back, where was I? Japan. Came back from Japan, doing a show out there. A friend of mine's like, hey, I got this stunt show here. I need a trapeze guy. Can you do it? Yeah, bro, I'll be right there. Started training for that. And then I got an offer to go to Turkey for another show. And I was like, peace out. And I was gone again. It's just, I hate to say it, but it was all about the money, money. So I chased the money for another 2 years overseas and went all over the place again. And then I came back and I called my buddy. I was like, hey, bro, you still need a trapeze guy? And he's like, yeah, you available? It's like, dude, I'll be right there. And I didn't even have to audition for the show. It was like I walked right on.
Okay.
Because it was a live show. Most guys had to audition. But I was like, it was a skill set. Yeah, I knew him, and it was a skill set. He's like, can you do that? I was like, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
All right. So how do you transition from that to starting the Academy?
Bouncing all over the place. It was before I left home, Massachusetts, my mom actually put it in my head, because I did a lot of martial arts too. She's like, you should open up your own karate school, because I worked at some. I was like, I'll think about it.
Okay, so karate was the background?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did, yeah. Also, I trained overseas in different martial arts. So it was Kempo karate, and I was like, I'll think about it. It really wasn't there. I liked working at these places. I wasn't ready to open up my own place. Mm-hmm. And then Kim Kahana took me under his wing, and he had his own stunt school. And his is it was just massive. And he opened up so many doors for me. And I was like, man, I really want to do this. And he was getting older. He was already in his 90s and still rigging with me. We'd be up 40 feet rigging. And then he's like, I want you to take over this place. I said, okay, I would love to. I'd love to, but it was so far from me. It was still an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. I'd have to do every other day to get up there. I was like, right now we're living in the Tampa area because we moved down here for Feld Entertainment. And I was like, maybe I can open up one down there. And I slowly started going, and I talked to a friend of mine, introduced me to her friend, David Syracusa, and we just started talking on set about it. And he was like, I don't know, is it viable? I was like, I don't know. So we started the ball rolling slowly. And then that was around the time my mentor had passed away. And it was 2 days before he had passed away. I went up to see him, and I didn't know he had a grudge against me for opening up a place here. And
that's his point.
Yeah, because his wife was like, hey, talk to him about the school. I was like, what's wrong? And I went, I sat next to him, and I said, hey, he said something. I said, that's funny you said that. And I was always straightforward with Kay, and he was always very straightforward with me. He did not shy from dropping F-bombs at me. So, yeah, he was the guy who was always pulling me back a lot. So I was like, Kay, man, I opened up the stunt team because of you. K2 stood for Kahana and Kevin. K75 was the joke was going to be Kahana and Kevin, but then it just became Kevin. Then the year I was born, 1975. And I said, I always wanted you to be a part of that. I wanted to bring you down here, and then you just started getting sick, and I just stopped asking because I knew you couldn't make it. And he's like, oh, man, I held on to that so long. I was like, really? And then 2 days later, he was gone.
Oh, well, I'm glad you had the opportunity to. Yeah. And so Feld Entertainment brought you down here?
Feld, yeah, to move to this area. Feld is who took me overseas. I owe a lot to Feld, yeah.
Okay.
So Feld was Disney Live. This shirt was Disney Live with Feld. They handled Disney Live, Marvel Live, Jurassic Park Live, Monster Jam, worked with them. Monster Jam, I did Disney on Ice with them, yeah. Yeah, my wife is still with them, yeah.
Okay. So how'd you end up in Clearwater versus Orlando? Because that sounds very Orlando-centric.
So when we got off the road, we went to Orlando. My wife and we were with Feld for so long, and we got off the road, and we ended up in Orlando. I did not want to come back to Florida. I was like, nah, bro, I want to either stay overseas, either Europe, or we had a chance to live in Singapore, or I was like, let's go to Cali. I got some friends out there. My wife was like, well, I got a job kind of waiting for me in Orlando. I was like, okay, we'll do that. And we were there about a year, and then Feld offered her a job at home base here down in Palmetto.
Okay.
So that's how we end up in this area.
Interesting. So that's where their actual office is.
Yeah, it's massive if you haven't been there yet.
I have not been there.
Bro, it's massive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's massive. Yeah. It's about the, oh man, it's just big. You got to go there.
Okay. So the landscape of stunts in the Tampa Bay area, I mean, is it, the movies you mentioned? I mean, what else?
Yeah.
What else happens in this area?
I think you got a lot, and I think it's growing, because it was tough for me to transition, especially when I moved to Palmetto, because I was like, bro, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. And then I slowly started making my way out. I started getting phone calls, but I was still getting calls to go overseas out of state. Because it was slow. For me, it was slow. I wasn't used to it, and then I was scraping to get by. This is just nothing. I want to move. And then slowly people were like, oh yeah, I heard there's a stunt guy. He lives in this area. Cool, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's me. And it was actually Kim Kahana was like, you need Kevin. He's out of that area. You need him. So I was like, my name started getting around, and I posting things online. This is what I do. I'm in the area. And all my equipment used to be in my garage, completely packed. And then with Dave, we hooked up and opened up the school, the first school. And then that blew away in a hurricane. So yes, it was just cool.
Sorry,
but it was cool. It was cool. It was a learning experience. I would drag people behind my car in that place. We did some crazy stuff in there, man. We did some crazy stuff, but it was stuff that I already knew, and then I started seeing more and more people like, hey, I'm working on this indie movie. These guys want me to do stuff. I'm not really comfortable. And I'm like, dude, come on. What do you want to do? What do they have you do? Well, they want me to fight. I was like, is that all they have you do is fight? Not fall? Oh, is that a stunt? I was like, yeah, fighting is maybe 5% of stunts. Everything else I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to throw a punch. Whoop-de-doo. But I'll show you how to fall.
Okay,
and get back up.
And not get hurt.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, well, that's a stunt. I'm like, yeah. Not only that, I'll show you how to fall off a building and get back up. I'll show you how to fall through a wall, getting yanked, hit by a car, and get back up. You can do all that? I was like, yeah, bro, that's what I do.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And I know I'm it's taboo to ask, but
I know where you're gonna go.
Why can't we talk about it?
Because you open the door for it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know that from experience.
Okay.
Because I'll say
something happened to you, somebody asked, you answered, and then
not
it
even
happened.
stunts, playing football.
Okay.
We're sitting there and we're in the locker room, and everyone's talking about getting hurt. I was like, nah, dude, I never got hurt. That afternoon, jumping up in the air, catching the ball, and this finger went that way. Oh. Yeah, and it would just sat there. I was like, I think my finger's broken. Pop, and I popped it back in. And then I went to the doctor, and they're like, oh, dude, you just sprained it. I was like, you sure? It's still crooked. But yes, I have. I've torn a pec getting ready for a job in Japan. And that's funny. That was funny. I chipped a tooth. I banged my elbow pretty bad. I blew this shoulder out, swinging off a pirate ship. This shoulder's about to go. I almost lost my manhood on the stunt. Oh. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah. But the Japan one was fun because I was training for the show. It was a Friday. My pec, I was under the benching 275. Asked an older guy to spot me. I was doing it cold, and the pec just went, and I can smell burning meat. I was like, I just tore my pec. Yeah, bro. Went to the doctor that afternoon. So it was in Massachusetts. They're like, all right, you're fine. You're fine. Cool. Saturday, I flew back down to Florida to rehearse for the show, and I had to dive over somebody, and the director's like, dude, are you all right? You're kind of going left. I was like, I had a bruise from here to here. I was like, it's this.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, you gonna be able to do the show? I was like, yeah, bro. And then I was on a flight that next morning to Japan, and I was gone for another 3 months.
And so you did that with a torn pec?
Yeah, I sure did.
Wow. Okay.
I wanted to go to Japan.
No permanent damage?
No, except for a torn pec.
Okay.
I don't bench like it could before.
Okay. Man, that's impressive. All right, man. So I do have a question about insurance. How does the Whoever's like hiring you pay for the
Yes,
insurance? Okay,
yes.
okay, all right.
Long story short, yes. Like we just did when I do, sometimes I'll do events where they'll say, hey, I got one actually coming up with this famous author, this famous book series. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but I guess all the young women are really big into this book right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, I know nothing
It's like
about
the next,
it.
like
But
50
I'll
Shades. It's the next 50 Shades.
It's down that line of
Okay.
fantasy.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
I was like, I got a phone call and they're like, can you do something for this? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, I'll just say yes. And then I'll do the homework after. I did the homework. I was like, damn, it is kind of like that. Like, these, I don't want to give it away, but yes. Or I did another event for the Tony Robbins group. I did an event for them.
All right.
And
So are you walking on coals? What is that?
no,
What is
bro,
that?
we were throwing very high money makers off very high height. Yeah.
Money makers and what?
Like I guess these are like CEOs and power people.
okay. I
Yeah.
got it.
So
I got it.
yeah. So it was getting over their fears, and they're like, "Can you make them do high falls?" So I was like, "Yeah, maybe." Let's
Okay, so
talk
teaching them how to fall.
about how to get over the fear of jumping.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah. So, but it was more than that. I'm going to come back to the insurance on that. So we built this whole event, not just teaching them to do how to high falls, because they said, can you come out to the studio and do that? I was like, we'll talk about that. We'll get to that. How about I give you a show also? And they're like, you're going to give us a show? What do you mean a show? I'll build a whole stunt show for you. All these people will sit there. They'll see us come crashing in with a truck, which we did, crashing in with a truck. And I was the only stunt guy not doing the stunts. All my stunt guys, my team did the stunts. So we had some guy rappelling down, all the way down. They had fought on the thing. They had swords and all this crazy stuff going on. And I'm running backstage with the radio and filling up airbags and stuff because I was a coordinator, So I wasn't in the spotlight. I prefer not to be in the spotlight now. I like that controlling pieces and stuff. So then, the guy does the high fall, and it wasn't very high because the place. So we did that for the event. We had all these CEOs. Out of 45 people, 5 people did the stunts.
That's
The
it.
job. 5 women. You women did not back up. But one dude was like, I'll do it. And it was kind of like, okay, I need you to go. And it wasn't even that high. It was only 15 feet. I'm like, dude, it's not
15 feet's not bad. I will tell you my own personal story, which I'll demasculate myself.
No, bro, it's right.
But had an
I'm scared of
opportunity.
heights and I do it.
Had an opportunity to get tased.
Yeah. Did you get it?
Well, so here was
I
the
got
thing.
tased twice.
I am a banker, right? So
Yeah.
I was dressed in like banking clothes.
Okay.
And this is where it gets like demasculating because everybody looks and they're like, you're in? And I'm like, absolutely, I'm in.
You pee yourself?
No, but I saw like the woman in front of me and she got tased. And when they pulled the barbs off, like blood went everywhere. And I'm like, I'm kind of wearing a nice shirt. And I'm like, I'm good.
Bro, I got tased 3 times. I tased myself by accident once, and I got tased twice by a friend of mine, a cop. I was like, bro, you won't tase me. He's like, yeah, I will. It's like, no, you won't. Tased twice in one night.
Did you pee yourself?
Nah, dude. I was like, yeah. And it crackles. It leaves marks on your skin.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, because the little barbs.
Oh, I
They
see.
pulled them
I got
off and just-
direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'd rather do the direct.
It was.
Like,
It was like somebody was punching my
I would have taken that.
Yeah.
So.
It was like, go. Yeah.
All right. So other silly stuff.
Yeah, I've done some silly things. What do you want to know?
I don't know. Whatever you're willing to share.
No, whatever. I dove in with alligators because someone's boat had tipped over, so I had to go underwater and get their boat. Dude, I'll tell you about my time in on a show, reality TV show.
Okay.
I was working for a very big company, one of the big ones, one of the big studios, and it was a reality show. And it was one of those shows where they call me, hey, man, can you be out in Panama in like 2 days? Yeah, I sure can. And it was different working on a reality show. I'll say that.
How much of the industry is that, right? Like, we need you 3 days from now. We need you tomorrow.
Colombia was like that.
Yeah.
Mexico was like that.
That's pretty common.
Yeah, because I'm gearing up this show right now for Louisiana, and I have the driving covered. It's me and 2 other guys. We have our side covered. Now I have to find stunt doubles for the actors, but now the actors just dropped out.
So now you need a new stunt double, right?
Within
Because
a
they have to look.
Within a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes I'll get a call.
Unless you're Tom Cruise, who does his own stunts.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes like I'll get a call like, hey, can you be in Miami? When? 4 hours from now. Okay, yeah, dude. So, like,
okay.
and then I'd say what's rate, the SAG is a non-SAG, like, because I try to work strictly union, and I'll just pack my bag and I'll just drive down to Miami for the gag.
And obviously, I mean, your wife knew what she was signing up for. She's
Yeah.
right,
She actually pushes me. She's like, what's cool about Sally?
Get out of the house, Kevin.
No. What's cool about her is she's not a stunt woman. She was a performer though. Is that she'll call me out on when I punk out. Not punk out like, oh, you got too scared, but more like I didn't take the chance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she'll say that's
on good
you.
to have that support.
Yeah, she'll say that's not on you. You can't blame me on that. And because it's us guys, we tend to like blame the other person. That's where I'm not very good at emotion, so I'll just blame someone else. So
it's a lot easier.
She's like, it's not you didn't do that. You didn't take that chance. You didn't take that chance. So she's very much like, you're gonna do it. She'll also say, now you have kids, so now it's like you have to weigh those options. Yeah. But if you're gonna take that chance, then you take the chance.
Okay, so I interrupt your story. You got 2 days. Bro, like we're shipping you down.
Oh yeah. So I was gonna go to Panama. Oh, I got some cool Colombia stories too, but I enjoyed that one. I didn't really enjoy Panama. I loved Panama. I loved the people, loved everything.
Good. Get ready to go to Panama.
And they were all reality shows filming all around us. But in this one, it was like they were just making stuff up as they went along.
Oh, okay. So not professional.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it was like, so I was told, hey, you're going to be their safety stunt guy. Make sure all their gags work out perfect. Cool. Cool. Can I bring someone with me? Why do you need a guy with me? Well, I looked it up. You got a lot going on there. So I had to like haggle to bring a guy with me at half rate. And the guy's like, I'll just come down just to work. So we got there. I saw all the games that they wanted to play, and they didn't have any safeties whatsoever in place. I went to go check out the locations. Nothing safety in place. Like, so it was 2 boats out in the middle of the ocean in the shipping lanes. The first thing I said is, why are you guys in the shipping lanes?
Right.
Oh, we just like the view. But there are barges that come across like there and there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and again, there are barges that come across there and there. Like, yeah, we'll just deal with it later. Cool. On the boats, I said, you have no life jackets. You have 2 generators running. You have no fire extinguishers. What's going on? What are you gonna do? Well, we don't like the look of fire extinguishers or life jackets.
Okay.
Well, you can't do that, bro. You're gonna have these contestants on here, right? Yeah. What happens when there's a storm? Which happened. And not only that, because I put it in an email, I get a phone call with just nothing but F-bombs. Who the F? You to ask for all this stuff? And I was like, bro, I'm the safety guy guys just brought down. What? This? I was like, nah, I'm telling. And I was like, I'll say his name is Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, hey man, instead of yelling at me over the phone, I'll just walk to the office. We can have a face-to-face. And then you can tell me how wrong I am. But everybody knows now there in California here that you guys don't have any of this in place. You don't have any life jackets. You don't have fire extinguishers. You have nothing. You don't even have first aid. You have one guy, first aid, who's like all over the place doing everything else but first aid.
Yeah.
And so that put a little whatever into it. Yeah. So 7 weeks of constantly fighting for safety on that show. It was just in a beautiful location, but it was constantly like.
Did it all work? Did someone end up with some crazy
There were 4
injury?
boat crashes. I was in the first one. Because instead of hiring professional drivers, they hired local guys who were fishermen. I'm like, hey man, I get it. You want to make a buck, but you have to do it a certain way. We were on the boat. I was in the front of the boat. It's like one of those. It was like a cigarette boat with a little canopy right here, and I was up front. He's all the way in the back. We had 13 production assistants under the canopy. This is super important, the canopy part. Well, we're going fast. I'm like, wow, we are going fast, and we're hitting waves like that. I go to turn around to tell him to slow down, and we hit something.
Did you go flying?
Bro, did we go flying? We went up in the air like this. We came down. And I was up front seeing everything. I had the navigator up front. Boom, boom, he's gone. Boom, the boat ended up turning this way, then going under. All the PAs trapped under the canopy. Yeah, so now this thing's like upside down. So like, I'm trying to get everybody to hold onto the boat because they had like shoestring life jackets. I had my own because I'd brought it from the States. So I was like trying to get everyone to hold on to the boat so we can use it as a float. And then here comes the navigator.
This is a disaster.
Yo, bro. Here comes the navigator. Hey, man, I need to turn the motor off because I turned it back and I saw the motor still going.
Oh, the motor's still going now.
And not only that, I start smelling. I'm like, we're covered in diesel. So I was like, that's your job. Yeah. And I'm like, where? And it's still bobbing in the ocean like this. Where's the captain? 300 feet back. When we hit that first one, and that's where he
flew
launched.
Out. Okay.
Yeah. So then we get, we're floating out there for maybe about a half hour. Then the other production boat comes rolling, like, oh my God, what happened to you guys? I was trying to explain. And this is where I got, like, I snapped at the head medic. He's like, I'm going to go in and save the day. I was like, no, you're going to sit in that boat. You're going to make sure all these people are okay. I'm going to go in there and save the day, bro. I need you to stay here. Because he was a superhero, and I kept telling him, Jose, bro, you need to stop with the superhero. What hat are you wearing right now? Oh, I'm the rigger, I'm this. No, I need you to wear this, just the one hat, and do the job. Don't do 8 jobs halfway. You got to do the job.
Right.
And so he's like, okay. And then one of the producers was like, stay in the boat. He's got it. So we put everyone on the boat, and then it was me, the navigator, the captain, and the Marine coordinator who was on the other boat, dove back into the ocean, sitting there bobbing on this boat, bobbing on a boat. So another boat came out another half hour later to drag us to the island. Mm-hmm. And then we flipped this boat underwater until we could save it because the fisherman wanted his boat back. Yeah, dude, it was a mess. It was a mess. That's just one of like the stories I have.
All right.
Yeah.
What about AI? I want to talk about AI because I mean you're talking about a lot of dangerous things, right? And AI looks like it could do some pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, do you think it's ever going to replace the stunts?
I think some of it.
Yeah.
AI is just another tool. Just kind of like I remember when CGI came out.
Yeah.
And before that, all that stuff. I think it's just another tool, and it's going to replace it because I'm also an artist too, and I can see like it does do a lot of shortcuts. Will it completely replace it? Yeah, I think you'll have like complete artificial intelligence films, and I think you'll see those at the theaters. But then I'll also see it'll come up to like two types of films. It'll be live and it'll be computer. We already have it. When you watch like a Pixar film, it's all computer generated.
Sure.
What's the difference between now the computer does the whole thing?
Or like Marvel.
Yeah, a Marvel. Exactly.
CGI.
It's all whatever. Now it'll just be 100% CGI created by the computer, and you'll be able to plug it. Like, oh, I want to watch a movie of me fighting a dinosaur with a unicorn. You'll be able to make your own.
Yeah.
But I also see people will have like those throwbacks where, oh, this is a whole live. This is a live film. This is this because people still go to theater. TV didn't kill theaters. Theater still happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, especially if it's a big enough, like Mission Impossible movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they see the work that goes into it, like, wow. And you'll know, even with AI, people will accept, oh, that's AI. It's not really real. It's just, at the end of the day,
there is something special about, like, somebody's out there actually doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. Because you see, there's a risk factor. There's that, like, magic. Probably that's the best thing. It's the illusion.
Yeah.
I think that's why I also got into stunts. I love illusion making.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. I do want to talk about Orlando for a minute.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Yeah, man. Opening another office. I mean,
it's on a DL. It's on DL.
Okay. So what's going to be the focus there?
I want to hit up all the theme parks because a buddy of mine has a place there, and I really liked it. I was like, dude, I like your area, but he couldn't keep up with it, like because he was a busy guy and like all the credit. He's like, dude, I'm having a bunch of jobs. I want to work, and I can't come back to open it up at night if I'm in whatever, Ecuador or Miami with you. I was like, and that's the downside of having a place to train. Yeah. If you don't have someone who can open a place up for you, then that means you have to turn down jobs.
Okay.
I'm not at a place where I want to turn down jobs. So I'll be like, you're watching my place tonight. Yes.
So you have those people to be able to do it.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah. In Orlando, there's like, we have the theme parks because I work part-time at Universal. You have Disney. You have some TV shows coming back into town. There'll be MAC Masters. I'm just saying. So I asked the producer if I was okay to.
You can say it. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't want to get you in trouble.
No, bro. No. So yeah, WMC Masters. So I want to be a part of that. Yeah.
Okay. So if someone wants to start training, what does that look like? How do they contact you? What do they do?
Yeah. So I'd say contact me direct. Like you can go through the like an email, call me up, Facebook, Instagram. I'm big, less on the website, more on Facebook and Instagram because it's just faster. Websites you have to do, I have to upload whatever. Whereas for me, Instagram, I'm like, beep, beep,
yep.
Done. And I can answer your questions and I can even post it. Oh, is this what you want to do? Perfect. So I'd say, hey, contact me directly. Me. Mm-hmm. My partner's not a stunt guy because I don't want him to say the wrong thing or like whatever. Just contact me directly. I'll say, oh, you want to get started? Cool. Why don't you come in? $30 drop in, everybody has to pay. And everybody, no matter what level you're at, everyone's going to start off with a forward roll. Okay. I don't care if you can punch through walls. You can start off with a forward. Because we have to build the trust with each other.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we have to do
baby
that.
Steps.
Yeah, and I've had dudes coming in, well, I can do this and I can do that. Yeah, but can you do a shoulder roll? Oh, I don't need to. I can throw 10 kicks in the air. Awesome, bro. Do a shoulder roll. Oh, no, I don't need to. Well, then there's the door. Take the door. You need to use that door.
Everybody starts at the same spot.
Everybody starts the same spot. Forward rolls, shoulder rolls. That's where I can gauge you. Oh, you really can or you can't. And if you can't do that forward roll or shoulder roll, then okay, you need some work.
And what does that look like? Is it 2-3 days a week?
So I tell people come in Mondays now and train with TJ because he takes things slower. Where I kind of ramp things up. I'm like, yeah, forward rolls. Now I'm gonna throw you through that wall. if I get a good read for it. But like I'll say, okay, go with TJ on Mondays, start off with the basics, and then TJ will say, whether or not you're good to move on to like Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays.
Those are the more advanced classes.
More advanced, only because I start doing things, and then to be fair with everybody, the people who are there Wednesdays and Fridays have put in the work and are up there. So if I'm rigging a gag where I'm going to fly them through the line or whatever, I can't slow down, or I can, but it's not fair for everyone else for me to slow down and teach you how to do a forward roll when I'm already rigging this guy to go through a wall. It's just not fair. It's not fair for them.
Yeah.
It's not fair for you. And if anything, it's like, you don't want that. You want my attention, but I can't take away from this guy or this girl who's up here.
All right, so I want some attention. How do I get on this, and could I come out?
Monday. I'd say come out Mondays. But, I'll give you the special. I'll say come out Friday.
Oh, okay.
Come out Friday.
Friday
it's a
special?
I'll give you the Friday special so you can sit there. You'll do everything with everybody. You'll do a real class. Nothing like, we won't do anything short just because we're shooting something for a TV show or your podcast. We'll do it legit. And you'll do it with everybody else. And then we'll get a read. I'll say, want to get a jerk vest on? And you'll be like, I don't know. And then, you have to clear it with your insurance and stuff like that. And then you'll sign the waivers. And I'm like, dude, you got a mouth guard? You're like, I don't know. If you say yes, and you start putting that pads on, I'll put you on that jerk vest, put the carabiner on you, and yank you through those barrels.
All right, man, let's do it.
No fire, though.
Okay.
I won't do fire.
I'll do a front roll first.
Okay. Can you do forward rolls?
We'll find out.
Yeah. So what else you want to know? Come on, let's do this.
Well, I would say this. I mean, anything else you want everybody to know about your business, what you do?
Yeah. So K75 and K2 Second Unit Stunts, even though me, Kevin, is involved in both, they are two different things. They're very, very different. So I want people who want to learn stunts or learn stage combat or learn film fighting. Two different things, yet still under the stunt umbrella. Mm-hmm. Come on out, come train. Use the resources that I have. I'll be very strict. I run things like a film set. That means if I say this is what I want a shoulder roll this way. It's not your chance to I'm going to do it my way. No, because when you go on a film set, if the director says, I want A, B, C, and D, and if you come in and say, as the stunt person, no, I'm going to do Z instead, that's when the stunt coordinator goes, hey, thanks for coming out. Get this guy out of here. He's a liability. So that's how I run the places, and I want people to come and see that. And then when it comes to K2 Second Unit Stunts, I want the local communities who are doing all these films and stuff like that to hire me to bring those stunts out. Like, you want stunts? Do you want stunts, or you just want somebody throwing a punch? I'll do both as long as you have that budget. But I want people to take me and the people who work for me seriously, because we are like pros. I've been at it since 1998.
Yeah.
I've worked in 53 countries. I speak 5 languages. Like I have that. So I want people to take K2 Second Unit Stunts as a legitimate stunt company, production, safety, all that stuff. And then I want them to see K75 as its own entity. It's like, oh, that's where they go and train those people. And then I'll poach from my school who I think can go here.
Oh, absolutely. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I say you got to earn the shirt.
Vertical integration.
Yes.
That's right. So, man, I love the fact that you're here. I love the fact you're doing this. You got great energy.
Oh, thanks, bro.
I look forward to coming out.
Yeah.
So people can hit you up on Instagram?
Yeah,
That's the best?
totally.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah, you can hit me up on K2 Second Unit Stunts on Instagram. That's my personal. That's where I do the stunt stuff. I also use that as my resume and portfolio. And they can hit me up on K75 Stunt Academy. That goes directly to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, you heard it. You want to reach out to Kevin. That's where you hit him up at. Kevin, I appreciate you coming on Money Market.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. So you can find Money Market and Bank of Tampa online and on LinkedIn, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you around in the Money Market.